Hey, it's Amber at Orange Olive Road. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all my videos. In this video, we are going to be making a mal de ojo or evil eye scarf. Let's talk materials. You don't need much to do this scarf. You need a knitting machine of any size. Then you're going to need these 4 colors of worsted weight yarn. You're also going to need some scrap or waste yarn, crochet hook, a needle, and some scissors. Now the crochet hook I'm using is a size H, which is about the right size for the yarn that I'm choosing. Go ahead and cast on with a provisional cast on with your waste yarn. Then you want to knit 5 to 10 rows with your waste yarn. Once you have that, set your counter back to 0 just like this. And then you're going to take a long tail about 10 inches of your black yarn, place it in the yarn guide, and you're going to knit 60 rows. After you've knitted your 60 rows, you're going to go ahead and cut it and then place it in the center. You're going to switch to light blue, just like this. Make sure you keep it in front of that first needle, and you're going to start knitting all the way around. You're going to make sure that when you come around, secure it with a half box knot. Okay, we'll secure it a little bit later. Okay, and now you're going to crank 120 rows. As your work grows, you'll notice that it might start to creep up on the loom. We don't want to have any tucked or drop stitches, so begin to roll in your scarf just like this and push it down. Once you have finished your 120 rows, it's time to cut it, place it in the center, and switch to white. Okay, close the yarn carriage, make sure it's in front of that first needle, and now we are going to crank 60 rows. Now we're ready for our last color, so go ahead and cut the white yarn and place it in the center. Don't forget that last needle, and switch to the dark blue. Okay, so go ahead and feed it in there, keep it around that first black needle, and you're going to start cranking around 200 rows. After you finish knitting your 200 rows, you're going to cut a long 10-inch tail of the dark blue yarn, and then you're going to place it in the center. Again, don't forget to stay in front of that white needle. Now you're going to switch to your waste yarn, put it right there in the yarn guide, close it on up, and now you're going to knit 5 to 10 rows of waste yarn. Now go ahead and let your work fall off the loom just like this, and now we're going to set our knitting machine aside. Now you're going to want to give your work a big stretch, just like this. You're going to flip it inside out and keep releasing all the tension. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and secure all your color joints with surgeon's knots and go ahead and cut the tails. Now you want to fold it right side out. This part is important. You're going to start smoothing out your entire scarf. See right here how it's bunched? You don't want that. So you want to keep smoothing it all the way down. Okay, so we're going to speed it up a little bit here. Okay, but again, you're going to get all the way down to your end, and you want to make sure that those ends line up, so you need to smooth it out. My tail is tucked here in the center, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out from the center so that I can start closing up. Now we're ready to close up the end, so look for where your waste yarn starts and ends. That's my first stitch right there. I'm going to tuck my crochet hook under, take this piece of yarn, pull it behind like that, just kind of set it over there, and then I'm going to look for the stitch that's directly across, right, from where I'm working, which is this one right here. I'm going to tuck my crochet hook in, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through both loops. Then I'm going to come in this one, the one across, and pull through all 3 loops. And you're going to keep doing this. Now you can just pull the loops into one another, but I like this look better and I think it's a little bit more secure for a scarf. Just my personal opinion. But of course you can do any closure method that you like. You can even do a whip stitch if you want. Okay, so you're going to do this on both ends, okay, all the way across, just like that. Now we're going to pull all our waste yarn off, if only I went this fast, and of course, don't forget the other side. Okay, this side too. So it looks like we're at everyone's favorite part. I'm just kidding. We are going to go ahead and secure this, okay, with a couple of knots. I like to do this especially because we're not putting in a tassel, so that needs to, be nice and secure. And then we're going to tuck in, right, and hide our loose ends. Go in between the layers of the tube, okay? Make sure you don't pull too tight right there, right? And then just, go in and hide most of your yarn, okay? Just like this. And then once you got a good amount in there, you're going to go ahead and trim your edges. Now, you can see right here, right, it's nice and clean. You want to go ahead and repeat this on the other side. Now we're going to begin rolling up our eyes. Start with the black, which is the pupil, okay, and then keep rolling, rolling, and flattening out as you go. Okay, there you are. Ta-da! There's your eye. On the right, we have Joann's Big Twist Value and Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn on the left. Now, because of yarn pile, our diameter of our scarf might be a little different. So about 6 inches here and roughly 6.5 inches in diameter for the I Love This yarn. So depending on the kind of yarn that you use, it will, your scarf will be a little bit thicker or thinner. If you liked this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.